That's not there, and you can still see everything. Okay, cool. All right, this is Carl. Go by Yoga Dunzo on the Discord. I'm joined by Thomas, who goes by Yama, and we are continuing our quote-unquote budget L5R series, where we try and make decks out of $120 of product as a way to maybe show ways people can buy into the game without having to buy a 3 core off the bat. This week we are on Lion, and I am a little proud of my creation. Not that I think it's good, but that is the first one that I managed to make entirely without using a core set, which is why I don't have a roll, because those don't come in anything but core.
I mean, you could have one roll.
I mean, yeah, I could have support. Okay, sure. No, I can't do support of a lion because then I can only splash lion.
Oh, oh no, a shame. No memes.
Yeah, if believe me, if there was any kind of benefit to doing it, I probably would have done it by now. Um, so yeah, I have been kind of curious if it's possible to do a set without using core, and just to double check that my math is correct. Children is 40. 4V
Yeah.
Empire is 55. Emperor's Legion takes it to 75.
75?
In Pursuit of Truth is 90. Campaigns of Conquest is 105, and Twisted Loyalties is 120.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. I felt really bad about accidentally cheating last week. Like a bunch. So yeah, normally there's a lot of like consistent power cards that you find in core. But the problem is that I've had with it is when you've only got one of each of those cards, except for neutral cards, it's inconsistent. Um, so I kind of went to favor consistency because I don't have any real one-ofs except for one Right Hand of the Emperor, and that's just because you don't want to run more than one or two of those anyway. So yeah, I kind of got a little bit of the commander package because I believe
The big cards are in the clan pack, the tactical ingenuity and the prepare for war.
yeah. And I hope to God I took tactical. Oh no, I went Sonuri instead of tactical ingenuity because I'm running Hyaku no Shiro. So I can get a lot of use out of that, but I believe I still took In Service to My Lord. I'm having a hard time finding stuff with this view.
I mean, you can change it back. You showed what you
yeah,
got.
Yeah. No, I didn't take In Service. Who knows?
Ooh.
Who knows what I was thinking? Probably should swap out the Shories for that.
I love Shuri.
I do too, but
a shame the game will fuck it up.
yeah. Okay, so I need to re-export this deck.
Talk us a bit through the deck.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, the clan pack is really the strong point for Lion. Let's go back over here, and that's where I took half of the Dynasty deck from. The levies are good for In Service to My Lord. Samurai.
You shouldn't have.
Well, I just put it in there because I dropped the Shori. But I have to imagine I intended to put those in there at some point. The Samurai of Integrity is just a good cost for solid stats. Ardent Omodaisu is there just because I think I needed some filler. Mozo is a real solid commander. Suko is a good champion. Probably not going to be as useful in this particular matchup since we're both doing Lion.
I mean, might change your mind in a sec when you see my deck.
Ooh, that's exciting. And then Champions of Yomi are also just, you cheat them into play, so they're real good cost. Um, Master Tactician is a super power card, I think. Sonuri is also kind of bonkers. Procedural interference. Uh, that is my solution to dealing with rally cards, because I don't have many in this deck. This will also help turn on Suko, and maybe if things go super sideways, I can get to an honor victory. Revere Tacoma is just there. It works with procedural interference, I guess. Satori's
Yeah,
just a big body.
fair enough. I haven't actually put any cards in from the first pack, so
From the inherit.
yeah,
Oh, from the new cycle.
from Temptations. Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't even look at it yet because I made this when we were originally planning it and it wasn't released yet.
I thought it was live on Jigoku already.
Uh, it it might have been. I don't
That's
really play on
so.
Jigoku
Oh,
that
I mean,
much.
there's that too. Like with the whole pandemic thing, I can really only play on Jigoku. So I think when I built this pack was live on Jigoku. So in my mind, that counts as being released.
Fair enough. Oh
Uh,
yeah, I built my deck immediately after last episode because I had a plan.
okay. Real quick to go through the conflict side. Since I'm not dipping into core set at all, I don't have access to things like Bonsai or court games. I don't want to go by clan. Let's go by card type. There we go. Um, so honor in battle is kind of like a court games. A perfect cut is kind of like a bonsai.
Perfect
Prepare.
Cut is actually pretty good for your deck because you've got plenty of high glory characters in
Yeah,
there.
and I still have like a high saturation of Bushi characters, so that works well. Unicorn Splash is real easy, I think.
Yeah, the
Um,
ambushers are good. The Barcher is good. The
yeah,
Falcon is
and the
good.
Falcon is good for spotting. Makeshift War Camp and is there for another quasi bonsai effect. And Total Warfare is just there for kind of surprises.
So,
So is Embrace Death, because I seem to lose a lot of conflicts against you, so hopefully this will help.
you're already adjusting to the meta.
Yes.
One thing I'm seeing with the deck you've made is that your cost is very high.
Is it? Let's see, cost. Um, so I'm not going to count the champions as having 6 cost, just
Yeah,
because.
I'm just talking about like your dynasty is pretty normal. Like it's got a good spread. I'm talking more about your conflict side
Oh,
of things.
conflict side. Yeah, it is. That's one of the reasons why I'm only running one Right Hand of the Emperor, uh, and out of all of these, I expect to see the Barca and the Blade do a lot more in Total Warfare. Um, but I do have where the hell did it go? Revere Tacoma that I can use to offset some cost a little bit.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, it is a little pricier, but some of the stuff is also cheap enough. Like the Kujira's Hireling is there just because it's a conflict character. It's a 1/1 conflict character, and that's really good enough for me. Um, but yeah, that's what I came up with. I actually feel kind of comfortable with the provinces as well. Revels is okay. Again, I don't have any core provinces, so I had to go with what came in Children and any of the packs I picked up. Um, but the Illustrious Forge will help with the expensive attachments.
I mean, I'd say out of these, the only bad province is the temple.
Yeah,
Like all the other ones are just fine. Like Courteous Greeting is a pretty good province because it
yes, it
can take
is.
away a lot of tempo.
Yeah, let me show you what my choices were for provinces, and then it'll make more sense as to why I chose Temple. Let's see, I went Children, Oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't do anything from the first two cycles. All right. Uh, Emperor's Legion, In Pursuit of Truth, campaigns, and then Twisted Loyalties. And those are my choices for Void Provinces.
I can see why you made that choice.
Yes. Um, Temple's not at all a reliable province, but it's the only Void province I could play.
It's a province.
Yes. Earth, I could have had a choice. I think Courteous Greeting is stronger than Vassal Fields in this kind of scenario.
I kind
Uh,
of like Fossil Fields, but Courteous Greeting is definitely a better all rounder.
yes. Yeah, yeah. Um, Brushfires could have been interested, but because I am running some expensive attachments, I think the Forge was just a more reasonable choice.
Yep.
Uh, I went Midnight Revels because I don't have any movement, so Pursuit of Justice wasn't going to do me a whole lot. And Void, I didn't have a choice. So real quick, let me get the Jigoku export, and let's take a look at your deck. What do you got?
Also line. So what is about Tsuko in her not being relevant? She's a champion and Kira and Koma can't hit champions.
Okay.
Which is relevant because I've lost plenty of games because my opponent had a champion in play.
Mm,
So I also went with kind of the same thing.
yeah.
So I made so maybe show the yeah. So I am purposely going with core because kind of a goal I set myself because in real life you need one core
Yeah.
for the accessories and such.
Yeah, no, that is a very fair point that you really can't play this game reasonably if you don't have a core set. Now, granted, if you are trying to get into like a local play group, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more than enough spare tokens and dials that you can get lent.
Oh yeah, probably if you just ask, they'll give you the spare stuff,
Yeah.
and just so they don't have it lying around.
Yes. So it's not absolutely necessary that you have core, but it's a pretty reasonable assumption to start with that.
So my going through the dynasty core stuff, it's all standard.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm skipping on a few stuff like the Steadfast Samurai and the Obstinate Recruit, mostly because I don't think the Obstinate Recruit is reliable enough because
No.
it can just mysteriously die. Steadfast is bad. Also, Biona is very mediocre, and the Honor General isn't that impressive if you don't have stuff like Forbear's Echo and the
Yeah.
playset of Spirit Colors to use it as a honor gain and a combat trick.
Yep.
Standard stuff. From so Great game back. So I win with one core,
Mm-hmm.
the Clan Pack, Clan War, which if you look at what I took from Clan War is actually quite a lot.
Yep. Take up. I'm a big fan of take up command. Return the offense is actually a little scary here.
Because I'm personally also trying a bit to adjust to the new meta,
Mm-hmm.
and the returning offensive was something I was considering anyway for myself to move away from the attachment um, focused deck. Returning offensive is amazing to keep your uh, bigger characters ready. And if you only have a few value attachments like the blade of a lot of battles, you
Yeah.
can
Let me.
recur.
There we go. You have a lot of attachments.
Yeah, it's a lot of standard stuff like the
Yeah.
fine katanas or fans,
You went with
standard,
tactical ingenuity.
the honored blade, the Sashimoto. Like some of this filler, but the above question is quite good. Duelist training is quite good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mostly in events that you see that there's quite a lot of filler, like a lot of one drops in the event slots.
Yeah. Like I don't like. I like Fallen for Battle. It tends not to see a whole lot of play. Uh, kind of the same thing with stand your ground.
Yeah, so I had to do a lot of filler cards
Hmm.
because I had less playsets, but I think the uh, one one drop or one X's I have are all fine to have. Like I think only the stand your ground is something that stands out. Or
That and the ready for battle as a
I
one
think
of.
if I could have had more ready for battles, I would have because it's perfectly fine cards.
Oh yeah, especially like I remember like ready for battle was uh, very difficult for me to play around when I first started playing. I always like felt I had the biggest brain play, but like, ha, I'm going to attack water and bow out the guy. And line player's like, sure, cool, ready for battle. I'm like, ah, shit.
Yeah. Also, it's going to be pretty significant in this matchup. It's going to be the Call to War.
Yes. Um,
So
I don't think I had that in mind.
no, it's from Clan War.
Okay. No, I went Children, not Clan War. Um,
Yeah, Clan War had so many cards I could use. Like if you go quickly back to Clan War, the Ikoma Message Runner is a perfectly fine
oh,
one
yeah.
drop 1/1 to accelerate my Dynasty side. The Righteous Code is a two
Yeah.
cup cheap bushy. Uh, Battle Aspirant is I love him.
I
Uh,
like I like the stupid tricks that the battle aspirant can enable. I had a fun deck where I ran him and issue a challenge from Crane, and then used a whole bunch of cheat my characters into play stuff.
yep. The Battle Aspirant and Motso are also pretty nice if you're running the Fallen in Battle.
Hmm.
And he's just a good character. The Bushido Errant is kind of a filler card, but he's
It's a pile of
good
stats.
stats, and the action is not irrelevant, but giving your opponent a card kind of
Can
sucks usually.
yes.
But in this more confined card pool, um, I think it'll be worth it to do it more often.
Yes, it's definitely easier to now. I because I did avoid core. My deck is a lot more consistent and focused, so that may be a hindrance on that. I say focused. It's really just more consistent. Um, but yeah, I see like we pulled the same stuff from similar things like Perfect Cut, Blade of 10K, Prepare for War. I think we pulled almost the identical stuff out of Emperor's Legion.
I mean, you can put them side to side, right?
Yes, sort of, maybe.
If you
Oh,
put them in a
hang
oh
on a
wait,
sec.
you can do that with the screen share.
Not with the screen share, but let me. Uh, no, wait, that's for streaming. Okay. Let me change my screen share so you can see as well. Please move this window away from the shared application. You can just not worry about that. There we go. Stop share. Share screen. We'll just share the whole thing. Okay. So So the only thing I took out of there that you didn't was uh,
Daishu
the Omadaisu
and the
and the
champions.
champions. And the champions there are there for filler for me. But otherwise, like I think we had a very I leaned on it much more heavily for conflict than you did.
Yeah, because I had the core.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this will be interesting.
Yep. And the
Uh,
last thing is, I do have a role, so I have the Seeker of Void.
yes. So you have the good stuff uh, province lineup. Although
Yeah, the
as
only one. Yeah, the ancestral lands is the odd one out because
yeah, and that's the political buff one. Yeah, because
yeah,
entrenched is the
like I could have done the transposition for this matchup, but I chose the ancestral lands to keep it more
more
uh
thematic.
well
Well,
more
more
useful for someone that actually wants to play this deck.
right because Lion, especially out of core, was much weaker on the political side of things than they were on the military. So
Well,
Ancestral is a more standard pick.
political is also just a lot harder to get buffs in. Like I have a bit more ease of that than you because I have stuff like Ornith Fan, Core Games, and such.
Yeah,
But generally speaking, if that's all you have, that's not a lot, and line blue numbers aren't that high.
yeah, like it's breaking on the Ancestral entrenched province is significantly easier to do when it is entrenched position, just because military buffs are much more plentiful. Okay, let's make
Do
sure.
this thing.
Yeah, let me make sure I've got this. Close that, make that big window. And that is valid. I don't think I've seen Jigoku. Um, I'll make the password 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, I've seen a Jigoku game where uh, there is not a roll. Let me also stop sharing my screen. Stop share. All right.
All right, let's do this. All right,
Make that
you
full
got first
screen.
player. That's gonna be big.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a strong thing because I think we're both playing relatively aggro decks. Um, and I think um, I might be able to leverage Fate better because I have Hyakken no Shiro, so I don't have to go as wide as fast to um, get characters into conflicts.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I love the Yakino Shira, but with the cards I'm seeing of the recent cycle, um, and I don't think if you want to play line, you can actually use a different stronghold than Coma.
I mean, I can see that.
I hate that. I really want to use Yakino Shira, but everything is honor this, honor that.
Yeah, and it does look like Lion's getting a bunch of cards that have a quasi-fake honor gate on them. Like the new 4-drop is, um, if you have more than 5 or more honor than your opponent, everyone turns into a steadfast samurai.
Oh god, I need to place a prompt.
Yeah, those guys can go away. Ooh. Well, this is just awkward. Okay. Um,
Show me what you got.
I guess I pitched that. Oh, right, rally's the thing. Okay. Um,
Oh dang.
yeah, so it turns out a thing I didn't think through when I was building my deck is the fact that a lot of my guys are unique. So, in service to my lord is going to be a little less useful than I would have initially wanted.
Okay, that helps.
That helps a little bit, yeah. Because my Zentaro is not super useful right now. That's so weird. I don't have a roll. I don't know if I can do that.
All right.
Okay. Um, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna walk forward, right? That's what Lion does. And let's walk forward on Zentaro. Okay. Yep. There's a card I don't have access to. What I do have access to, though, is one of these guys.
A good thing I couldn't use my province already because of Snurry.
This is true. Okay, so I am one over you, and I have to invest a bunch to get over enough. Um, sure. Let's get her honored. A perfect cut's nice because it's kind of like a court games and kind of like a bonsai. Uh, I'll pass. Another perfect cut. Yeah, I see what you are doing. I don't like it. Um, huh. Two perfect cuts in a bonsai. God damn it. Always. Always with that goddamn card.
Huh?
Yeah, fine, get honored. I don't care.
Oh, neat. Wait, not that one, this one. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Definitely be happen at the worst time.
This is true.
Hmm.
Always fucking ready for battle. Oh,
Cool, I get my fate back.
that's fine.
I think military is probably the better one.
Yeah, I think so too. Alright, so what is a champion's yummy? Loses a conflict as the attacker. Okay, cool.
Humble, humble challenge is a card I want to try out.
The honorable challenger? Yeah, it's a little
I want to try
hokey.
it. I want to try it out with the new character, the 4-up, because it boosts
Oh
burst
yeah.
one of your stats.
Yeah, that is true.
One.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's turn on a bunch of things.
Hmm. Okay.
Let's see what you're gonna do to ruin my day.
Sorry, I was thinking. All right.
No, you're good, man. And the righteous Akodo. What's he doing there? Yeah, you are very welcome to break that. Now you can go elsewhere. Noble sacrifice. Well, that's
Yep.
not nice. Uh, okay. I actually need to read things carefully.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
It's just an air ring.
That's a good hit.
Yeah, I think so too. Um, Obviously, I'm not going to defend. What is the right sequence? And voice of honor. Okay.
Not gonna do much now, but nice to have. Goodbye.
Oh, that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh god damn it! I didn't pay it. Well, I fucked myself.
Well, I mean, you're not off too badly.
No, no, I could have broken the province.
Oh,
Uh, that's really bad.
okay. So let's do. Hang on. Let me think about this for a second. Do I? I think I do. I have Zentaros to spare.
No, wait, but I shouldn't have. That's
If you want to move them out, feel free.
no, I honestly, I I kind of threw the game somewhat with the last conflict, so I'm now trying to recover. Yeah, I need to do this. Oh,
Call to war?
yeah, I'll explain in a sec what.
Yes, I will give you an honor for that. And that's all I can do.
You might actually win this game because I forgot to play a card.
I guess I'd feel kind of vindicated to finally win one. I think I'll keep Satori. Well, this is interesting. Um, let's do that. No Zentaro dupe. Alright. Oh no, wait. Did you give me. Did I get 2 honor off of that?
Yeah, you win from 14 to 16.
Okay, okay, cool. And I guess I have to pass. So pass I shall. Okay, so I've got 3 fate to work with. Oh, let's see what's under there. Art of War. Okay, that regrettably changes a few things, but that's fine. So do I still go to Art of War? Huh. think I have to. No, that's a mighty big number. 12. Oh, you're not going to stand in the way?
Nah.
But why?
I mean, that's a big number.
That is a big number. Um,
So gotta risk it if you have ambush or not.
yeah, I think
Because defending against this is just a waste of cards. Right?
will get me a Blade of 10,000 Battles. I don't know. I mean, I have kind of crap for choices here to recur, but recur them I shall. Pass. I guess. Take the Ambusher. I didn't want to discard that, and I misclicked. Crap, crap, crap. Do you mind if I dishonor Zentaro off the fire ring?
Sure.
I had clicked on discard, and then I looked at the Spirit Caller and went, no, wait, don't do that. But I did it anyway.
Okay.
Military water. Why water? 12 is a very big number, too. Take up command on Mozo. Why don't you put take? Oh, in case I. Well, let's. Where's your ready for battle now? Suko comes in, so you're an 8. Let's go ahead and save a break. Well, that's the thing that happened. You gonna spend money to make me tiny? I think you totally should. Why is my phone blowing up? Uh, Call to War? Pretty sure you're not going to play that this turn.
God, those misplaying last turn mattered so much.
So what was the misplay, if you don't mind my asking?
I had a For Greater Glory in hand, so I could.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so your guy would have left.
Yep.
Like me having to play that, like me having to play that. What's it called?
Call to War.
Call to War. It ruined so much.
Shameful's not great. Yep, that's going to be a pass. Oh, and my box is bad, so I can't steal favor.
Yep.
That's okay. I think I'm largely okay with how that turn played out.
Oh yeah. I'm really lucky you didn't get the stats there, because then I would have been forced to play the Call to War to keep my guy on board.
Yeah, that is why I went void.
Yep. And now I'm in a position where I can recover.
Imagine that shameful display was, is, and probably forever shall be a blowout province.
Oh yeah, it's a massive swing.
Uh, I like
Yeah,
my flips
I put,
here though.
I put more of those. I mean, Arden is pretty good if your opponent has shameful display.
Yep.
Am I gonna go full on crazy? Don't wanna. What do you have? Yeah, Midnight Rebels, Lustrous Forge.
Hmm. Ooh, I get passing fate. Okay. And the adherent lets you honor someone. Okay. Oh, I think this is going to slip away from me. Kind of depends on where you land. Maybe. Let's see what you hit. Let's see what I hit. Well, that's kind of fucking worthless.
What did you get?
A hunting falcon.
Oh, that's
Pilgrimage.
it.
Okay,
Big
sure.
surprise.
Yeah. Um, yep, take your actions. I think you won this game off that shameful flip.
Great. Yeah, that shameful flip mattered a lot. Like, I could have made it work with the pilgrimage because the pilgrimage has quite a lot of strength.
It is, but like the fact that Satori went from honored to dishonored is really what's letting you win the game here.
Yeah, his pride now working against him. And, let's do the other.
Once you
Oh,
get Call to War.
more culture wars.
Probably not going to play any of those.
Oh, well, I'll take this one. All right. So I need to map this one.
Yep.
Um, okay.
Ooh, that's bad news bears for me.
So what's this one? All right. Yes. All right. I have to pay attention. So honor plate. Colony battle.
Ooh, fall. Yeah, that's game. I'm just going to go ahead and concede here
Yeah.
because
And
there's
then the
yeah.
for greater glory. Yep.
No, I think you 100% won that game off that shameful display.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't
If
think.
I didn't misplay on turn 2 with the attack on Tense Nogata, um, I would have probably won last turn because then you wouldn't have had to go high with the Ardern Barch hanging around.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the trend continues. You are. What are we? Crane, crab, dragon. You are
Four
for
X.
4.
Yeah.
I am not feeling great about this, but that's okay. I think uh, I definitely think having um, access to the core provinces is probably worth buying a core set alone. Um,
With all the accessories also, yeah, and the
yeah,
rolls.
yeah. Like honestly, I didn't really miss the rolls much. Um, I could have gone with a seeker roll, I guess, but that not having access to staples like manicured, or no, yeah, manicured or shameful display.
For the
Uh,
bonsai turn 1.
I mean, I still won that conflict,
Yeah. But
and you played.
no, you didn't. I won it.
I mean, okay, yeah, you did win that conflict, um, and I guess that does matter. You played a lot more cards into that conflict than I did.
No, we played the same because I
Did,
played Banzai and Two Perfect Cuts. You played um,
I played more attachments though, if I remember correctly.
True Strike. Yeah, you played True Strike and you used Chinjo Ambusher and a Perfect Cut. Right, I had one card left because I had to be ready for battle for the True
Yeah,
Strike Kimitsu.
yeah. Um, which once again, that card continues to be my fucking bane. Um,
it, it's just a fine card.
yeah, no, I mean it does exactly what it's supposed to, right? Um, but yeah, no, I definitely think that while I think this deck is playable, I think not having access to those core staple cards is definitely a hindrance.
Yeah, I think you got a lot of use out of the characters you have. Like, I had a pretty good draw because I knew how limited you were in honoring your characters. I was very lucky that you didn't see Prepare for War.
Well, so I have two of them in my hand.
Yeah, I mean early on because
Yeah,
I killed Sunuri off of a noble sacrifice.
yeah. So that was me being stupid. I had to prepare for war in my hand.
Oh, okay. Did you see noble sacrifice in deck list?
I did,
Okay.
but I promptly forgot about it. Um, but also, like, it was one of those things where if I had paid more attention, I guess, to what was going on, um, like you going fire on that conflict. Did you go fire on that conflict to honor your guy?
No, I win water. Yeah, I win water because I wanted to buy go high.
Okay, yeah. Maybe I could have sniffed it out and done something. Realistically, though, I should have played. I rarely play Lion, and so the cards just look funny to me, which is why I didn't play the Prepared for War when you dishonored Sunuri, and I should
Yeah,
have. And as soon as like she got noble sacked, I looked at the Prepared for War in my hand and went, "Well, I'm just stupid."
yeah. I mean, I had the same feeling when I didn't pay attention with the conflict and just missed out on achieving board dominance in turn two.
Yeah. But anyways, again, I think
I think these are both fine decks. Mine was definitely a bit more lucky on the draw.
yeah. But what I was going to say was that I think that I think even though we're just now barely over halfway through this, you can make viable decks out of one core and a bunch of product. With Lion, you can make a viable deck out of no core, but I think it's definitely a much stronger deck if you have core.
Yep. Plus the in real life necessity of
Right.
tokens and
Of
such.
having tokens and dials and little honor, dishonor things.
Yep.
All right.
So
Well,
yeah, so yeah,
oh,
definitely. We're out of the four clans we played, we can pretty definitely say you can build decks with them with one core. So we're on a majority here now.
yes. And honestly, I think Dragon was probably the most questionable one.
Mm, I
I think Scorpion is going to be really easy.
think you'll be surprised.
I don't know because so many cards out of core are restricted or banned for Scorpion.
Actually, it's Forge Edict and Liar
And
only.
City.
Right? Yeah, forgot that.
So I think you could like obviously as shown in this game, one core is if not required a really good idea. But I think because so much of Scorpion's core cards are um, restricted or banned that are in core, uh, it'll actually be fairly easy to make a deck out of Scorpion, is my hunch. Um, Phoenix, I think, will be very doable too.
Yeah, Phoenix is the next one. Phoenix also has a surprising amount of stuff from core and early on no longer available to them, or at least it's restricted because core has stuff like this. display of power, and isn't the Master piece Satoshi in 4? Or is it Imperial?
I think that's an Imperial card.
Okay, well we're safe on that then in terms
Yeah.
of deck building.
So, but yeah, no, I think like for me at least, Dragon's themes being so scattered and kind of lackluster in their like full support to me made that much harder than like even with this line deck I didn't have a problem like even with the quote unquote filler cards I chose to use I felt very comfortable with them like
Yeah,
it didn't feel
line is
detrimental.
line is neat in that because line does only a few things, you can easily focus on them.
Yeah. I will say if you hadn't had that for greater glory I might have still won this
I'd be surprised how. Let's
because
see.
I have an embrace death in my hand.
Right, but that's on attack.
Right.
I,
So I attack with my
I
humble challenger military.
yeah, I don't need to defend because I've got uh, Centaur and Spherical are still left standing.
Sure, but if it's a military conflict, there's no cost for you to defend with Zentaro.
Yeah, or with the Spirit Caller.
I mean, yeah,
But
but then,
uh,
but either way, like it, that would have opened up an opportunity for you to like fall into a trap. Not saying that you would have, but it would have been there.
yeah, like that's some, something like if I remember you having that card,
Hmm.
I still have a Voice of Honor and two Cold Wars in my hand. So I could have just stacked Fate on Centauro.
Sure, I
Because
mean it is
but
a reaction to winning, so it's
actually no, because you would need to is Embrace Death Ushi?
yes.
Oh, they it wouldn't have mattered because I got one Fate on Centauro.
Well, that's because you have the for greater glory.
Yeah, sure, but I also have the Voice of Honor, so you only have one character to sacrifice.
Sure, like I said, like
So
it might have like either I get a break or um,
yeah, there was no risk for me defending at all.
yeah. So all right, hopefully we can do this next week. Work has been just beating the piss out of me for last week and kind of this week as well. But
That's a shame. Well, I got next week free and the week after that.
yeah,
So
the week after that might be a little sketchy because it is Thanksgiving over here.
oh right, no,
Um,
we don't do that here.
I mean, I barely do it here, but that is the Friday afterwards. I think my girlfriend has to work that Friday afterwards, so I should have all day. So maybe we'll have to play that one by ear. But hopefully next week we can get the Phoenix game done with.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see
Yeah,
how that'll go because I have a suspicion on what I can make with it.
and I think an impressive thing, despite my lackluster performance in this, I think for all the clans except maybe Dragon, we've done relatively different things.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
obviously we're using similar cards, but we're building on different themes or different strategies.
yeah, and even in the limited pools we had, like um, what we use with these two are quite a lot of the same. Well, not really. We're both leaning heavily on the Emperor's Legion fact, but that's of that we do.
Yes, but you went like my intent for building this was to rely on uh, things like, even though I didn't include it initially because I'm just bad at things, in service to my lord, right hand of the emperor, and Hyakken no Shiro, to be able to bank fate, which I did successfully. There weren't any turns where I was like, man, I wish I had more money. Um, Even though I did have a bunch of expensive cards. but to just get reuse out of characters. And if I'd remembered to prepare for war on the Sonuri, I think she would have posed a bigger problem to you. Whereas you went more towerish.
Yeah, I wanted to make more use out of the bigger character. I don't want to say towerish because honestly, almost none of the attachments do anything besides the Blade 10K.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just looking at Centauro with his 5 attachments on there.
Yeah, like I didn't need to put the take up command on there, but I needed at one point to play cards so I could use Motso
Yeah, yeah. I just based on how that game went, I think he used take up command once,
once. Once.
and I think it's funny that you put both of them on commanders already.
Um, yeah, it's just the way how it played out. Like, um, you kind of uh, want them on smaller characters or non commanders.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
I also included Gohai in this list, and I would have loved to have one on Gohai,
oh yeah, no, like
obviously.
take up command is that from the no, that's not from Emperor's Legion.
Fan War.
Clan Wars, yeah. That would have been a good addition to my deck because a lot of my Bushis were cheap.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Uh,
thank you for doing this again. Uh, Despite my perpetual losses in this, I am enjoying it. So, if nothing else, there's that.
maybe next time I make two misplays instead of one.
Right? Maybe. We'll see. All right. But
Sorry, that was mean. That was
no, no, it was fine. Like, I was in a good state in that game until, I mean, off of your misplay, but then also up until I hit Shameful. Um, but that is that is a lesson in why buying at least one core set is a really good idea because you get access to things like that.
I'm also kind of happy I managed to pull off the Fallen in Battle.
Right? If only you could take like a little marker and put like a little tally mark on it for how many kills it's gotten.
Yeah, that was really annoying. I couldn't play out cards faster than you last turn, because then I would have been able to pull in with Motso and kill him when Satori had two fade on him.
Uh, I mean, I guess it didn't really matter because Satori didn't do anything that last turn anyway.
Well, then he wouldn't have been able to attack me.
Oh, you're talking about before.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, before he got honored.
yeah, before he was able to attack me,
Gotcha.
because you, but that would have meant you wouldn't have found Shameful yet. Oh well. Anyway, have a good weekend. It was fun, and I'm sure the Phoenix game will have some upsets.
I would not be so sure, but one can always hope. Uh,
Trying to make it sound exciting for the
yes.
people watching.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, take care.